Hello world, welcome to the 14th episode in my Grandpa Plays Minecraft series, and to my nephew Ollie, if you're watching, hi. So we just finished 200,000 netherrack, so that was the goal of this video, but before we check out that progress, let's look at the overworld. So we got the cactus flowers now in this update. I think this is my favorite flower of all of them. And I'm just manually mining them using the cactus here. And so just added it to my little forest pathway. And then we still need to get a sniffer so we can get more of those flowers, and then we should have all the flowers in the game here. So I think another thing that we did right here is I added this brick. I'm gonna add brick to this whole thing right here. And then probably do some of that over here as well. I want to make some big trees, some like weeping willows over here. I just don't know how to do that yet. And then over here as well, we will add some more brick to this side as well. And then all the way up to that path right there, my little flower path. So that will kind of finish the exterior of this, what I joke around, the early 2000s mansion. But let's look at some more progress that I made over here. I have started the work on my little homestead cabin here. So far I just have the frame here and nothing to the back yet. So I will continue working that progress in the other updates. I added these stone as well, like kind of rocks, and I'll add some fallen wood here, some campfires, and things like that. And that's really all the overworld progress we did. So let's go to the nether. Another update is my nether portal is gone. The first things I do, this is my spawn point, and then I just start digging. But then I also put a nether portal, and wherever I put that nether portal stays. So let's go to the nether and see where the real progress is made. But before we do that, let's check out some progress videos. All right, so we're on our first update as we get to 200,000 netherrack, and so far we have hit another 25,000. And so let's look at the progress. So this is a much smaller starting area, right? We dug all the way to the top, and it's only there to there, and then that's the back wall there to there. So the progress is going to be much quicker and more dramatic. And so we've uncovered the stairs, and that staircase leads all the way up there, and then it comes all the way down to this is the coordinate 12 down here, and then I've just been putting this black rock right here down, the smooth black rock, and then underneath coordinate Y I have just been digging this exposed. So technically it's exposed from bedrock to bedrock all the way up. And so, and then my hoarding that I always do, so all the materials here, and then yeah, so that's pretty much it. So some of this is a little cheese because I had to fill this in, and I just used NETHERRACK to fill it in because this used to be all lava. And so I technically broke NETHERRACK, placed it, and then broke it again. So maybe some double counting from here, and then it kind of went diagonal to like right there. But that's okay because that's what we need to do. And then, yeah, so the next 25,000 is probably going to be more dramatic and clear up a bunch of this down here. And then when we get to the next 75,000 update, I assume that we're going to be almost done with all this. And then what I want to do is actually start moving towards that way, because that is where the next portal is, deep that way, to where the end portal is, where it goes to the fortress. So That's where I'm at now. So back to digging. Hello world. All right, we are back with another update. We are at 150,000 netherrack now. And let's check out that progress. So as you can see, we are pretty far down with this stair step, and we've started a new thing still with the polished black stone, but now I put a roof over these treasure chests, just like in the overworld too. Alright, so that's not where all of it went. I also did some other digging as well, as because the whole goal of this is to get this all the way down and then connect it to my end portal as well. So let me cut to when we are at the top of here. Okay, so we are at the top. You can't even see below, but you can see where the stairs are. So it goes all the way down. And then this was the very top. And then I dug here. And then over here is where the start of this area is, over here. So I dug all the way over here. Dodge these people for the sake of the video. And we go all the way over here. And here we go. And just over here is the end of where my end portal is over here. So directly below here, this area is where our end portal is. And so similar to what I did in before, I'm going to mine all of this all the way up and then start digging this whole area all the way down to bedrock as well. So this is not going to be as quick of a project as this first part is, but yep, that's what my goal is in this video. So I think the next 50,000 will definitely take us to the bottom of the 12th coordinate. That's where I've been stopping the polished black stone. That's at coordinate 12. So let's go down there. So right here is 12. So of course this is going to be way less than 25,000. And below here I am still digging out the rest of it as well, and this will just keep getting bigger and bigger as well. So yeah, a lot of digging. It goes pretty fast in the nether rack, of course. So let me get back to it and we'll update at 175. Here I go. Alright, so just a quick update. We are nowhere near the 175,000 nether rack. Actually just 2.6k after the last 50k update that we did, but I just wanted to show off our current progress. So this whole starting point is completely dug out, and this is the stair step all the way to the roof that is completely dug out. And yep, so this is the hoarding that I do. I am all out of polished black stone, but I was able to complete the floor. And so now the goal is to get to the end portal and start mining that out. And then continue making progress down here. So I guess the big question is, how much netherite does that give? And just full disclosure, when I first started, I go into the nether, I go straight to 12, which was down here. This was my very first area, and then I branch mine everywhere. So this isn't the totals for this whole area, just kind of since I started doing the YouTube updates. And so with that being said, we had 13 netherite, or ancient debris, So not the most, but again, I did a lot of branch mining when I first started this world, just to get all the tools, netherite as well. So I just wanted to give that update. I know that's important. 13 netherite. We probably won't see another ancient debris update in a while, because we will start way up there again and work our way down as we get to the 200k update. So just a quick progress update, and let's get back to mining. All right, so we just hit the 175,000 nether rack, and so about 23,000 more since the last update. So we fully mined out this area, and then I just started creating some infrastructure for me to do some pretty substantial nether rack removal, but I needed to create the area that I needed to. So if we come all the way up here, I'm just gonna float. So what I did was I stair stepped all the way up there and then kept removing the ceiling as well. So it's just bedrock up there. So yeah, so in the first video of nether rack removal, I mentioned that there's like 3 phases of at least my nether world. This first phase up here, which is just a huge chunk protecting the ceiling. Then this second level here, which is all of this area, which has like trees and just the stuff that we consider normal nether. And then the third phase, which is all nether down all the way to bedrock. So what I'm trying to do is clear the first phase and then make it where I can quickly clear the second phase. So we got all the way up here to the bedrock up here, and then I just made as straight as possible line as I could, and I'm just removing up here. It's kind of boring removing this top layer of netherrack, so I'm doing it in phases. But yeah, so I just removed all the way over here, and then I'm gonna meet in the middle just to give me some new scenery as I take away all of this netherrack in the ceiling. And then we started going here and then trunking our way down here, and then I cut a hole down here, and then this is where our portal is to where the end is. So my goal now is to use the next 25,000 to kind of beeline our way over there to the other location. So 25,000 is going to go fast now that I built this infrastructure. This took me way longer than I needed to. Like, I had to basically create this bridge out of nothing and all the way down. But yeah, it's going to give me the space I need now to do some huge chunk of netherrack removal. And so that's what we're going to do now. So back to the next 25,000, and in the next video, or the next update when I get to 200,000, will be the actual video. So let me get back to mining. All right, so we are done. So this update will be kind of sporadic, but so we completed this area down here. That's the original square all the way up to the bedrock up there. And then as you can see, the portal is gone from here. That's because I have moved it down to the bottom. We made a little more progress underneath this coordinate 12 as well as we continue digging that out. But this is pretty much it. This is coordinate 12, and this is where I've been focusing on. So I did some branch mining down here, and the goal is to mine out everything except all the way up to the end portal of to the portal that gets you to the fortress and eventually gets you to the end. So that's my goal, is to clear out all of this. So here is, wow, that's a lot of people. So here is kind of the edge of my barrier up here, and I just branch mined as much as I could as well here. And this is kind of the straight and arrow way to get to the end, is going this way. And then eventually I'll put this black stone everywhere. And then here is my portal here. So I am just completely digging this out. So this is kind of the bottom. So now that you see the lower edge, if you will, like the lower boundary, I've also created an upper boundary that allows me to, that's going to allow me to create the upper and lower amount so I can continue just mining quickly. And that's why this video took a little longer, was I was trying to make this whole upper and lower box, if you will, to get to a place where I can just go back and forth mindlessly, because that's what I like to do, is just mine mindlessly after hard days of work. And that's what I've been doing here. So as you can see, the normal stair step that I create, that allows me just kind of turn off the brain and mine away, and it helps prevent anxiety or anything like that. And we go down this way, and this gets you to that corner that I showed you, to the lower edge. So you just go down here, created this level, so this is the outer edge. And then I have also just been mining back and forth to clear out this whole upper level, and we'll start clearing it all out as we do other nether updates. So yep, cleared out all the roof. That's my least favorite thing to do. And then the last thing I want to show is this area. This is the path to the front, or back to my portal to the overworld. Here, same thing, stair stepping this way. And that's pretty much it. So it doesn't seem like a lot of visual progress was made, but it's another 100,000. So the next thing we're going to do is come back to our stone update as we get to 800,000 stone. And we're going to start knocking down this right here. So that's what the next 100,000 stone, right? Yep, to get to 800,000. And then we'll probably do a deep slate, or no, we'll probably go to another netherrack update, and then we'll go to a deep slate update. So I hope you enjoyed these series. Please leave a comment if you did, and like this video, and thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.